Fuck no, bro.
It tastes like onions, bro.
Dude, that should have, yeah. That should have showed me what Liam was at the start, too. He ate the elixir and he just, of death, and he, like, tanked it. Like, he literally is, like, pure evil incarnate. It's like turning into a try at the last video, bro. I'm not even trying. There we go. Let's go. Did it say I'm live yet? Yes. Okay, I thought it was fucked. I usually would get shadow banned because of the shit I say on here. I got banned off Marvel Rivals like daily, and I didn't even like know my mic was on. I was just saying shit to myself, and it was too bad for them to keep me alive. Bro, it's because I talk shit to every game I play. Like, if I'm multiplayer, I'm talking shit. But if I'm even playing like a solo game, I'm talking shit to every single enemy. Like, you got a dumbass haircut, fuck you, I'm about to beat the shit out of you. Like, all that shit. But, I mean, on video games, I'm talking so much shit. It's amazing. Like, people should just have me as, like, a hidden experiment. Not like Weapon X. Like, they should unleash me whenever they need to shit talk someone. Because I'll just come out swinging. And I'll win. My brain is so creative, I don't know how it fires on these cylinders. Eat them. I'm blessed to have the brain that I do. I'm out of potions. I'm under leveled. Oh, you stuck it in that.
I think I'm going to go watch some of this Fallout and possibly download Fallout 4 and play Fallout 4 as I watch Fallout to be fully immersed.
That's a great idea. That's what Brady does.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, bro. Good luck.
Good luck on your stream, bro. I'm happy to talk to you. Yeah, it's my shit.
Yeah, same here, bro. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, bro. Let me know. Just send me some raw footage or send me some timestamps.
I got you, my lady. I got plenty.
Just send me some timestamps. Just send me like 10-minute clips or whatever, and I can just add in like some stuff.
Yes, bro. If we ever get on call again too, then that'll be good too.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I really don't.
Alright, I'll try to turn my sleep schedule around.
Yeah, we can get some shit hat.
Yeah, definitely. Dang.
Fuck
yeah. See ya. Fuck that guy. That guy's weird. Alright, moving on. I had more ideas, but that's okay. The ideas can wait. Now we're going to be back to Mark videos that I play on every stream. I'm going to try to get through all the Mark fucking videos. Actually, pop a meat video first before I subject myself to Markiplier for the rest of the night. They're Grace, you're going to level up. What's this? I don't fucking want that. I level up any of my shit? Fuck no. What the fuck? I have a level 1 sword or something. Who's this guy? Shut up. Doing good.
Consumerism is at an all-time high. Whether it's Taco Bell making limited edition clothing or Crazy Kane's collectibles with Post Malone cups, we've been hardwired to obsess our merchandise like it's keeping us alive, baby. You gotta collect. And I am one of those suckers. I'm a big proponent for little collectibles and all that stuff. So yes, I do. When the Japanese McDonald's did the Evangelion drops, me thinks me bought it.
Ew.
I bought two, one for me and then one for Nick. You.
Ew.
This is taken to the extreme when you look at a store like Buc-ee's, the massive gas station convenience store that sells more private label merchandise than you know what to do.
Skip already.
You don't know. From the food to the costumes and clothing plastered with their iconic logo that looks like this. Is he?
Let's get him, boys. This guy take damage from shit? You fucking asshole.
Why are people so obsessed? Because it is not a religion. It is almost normal. You know, people go up to the little Buc-ee's bronze statue, pay offerings online. They treat him as if he's a god. But we need to know what makes this gas station better than the rest. So today we're going to trek through the door of Buc-ee's and see what it's all about.
Oh!
If session goes, we should get an idea of where we're Buc-ee's founder, Elden Ring the Third. What's next? Lake Jackson, Texas. After graduating college, the student inspiration for his grandparents' gas station, which he worked at for multiple summers. The name Buc-ee's comes from gorgeous chocolate dog. Well, the beaver mascot was inspired by his family's nickname.
Big guy, big guy.
Second, I don't want to go that far. This one, the beavers. As soon as the doors opened, it was a massive success. And Art's partnered with another gas station.
This dog's stupid. This is the stupid one, right?
What it is today, adding 20 locations within the first 2 decades of operation, and currently adding merch, meat counter, beloved bath. Today, the once local gas station is now a titan of industry, making $billions annually. That number only continues to grow as more locations are being built, and the fan base steadily expands. Which I will say, we used to live in Texas. We have the grounds of Buc-ee's, right? So we know what we're talking about. It's huge. But I will say, the number one thing about Buc-ee's is there's always some guy who's like, smells good, clean, smells big, very bright, which also I feel like that because they're so the beaver himself is definitely being like, hey, would you like some else? And then we're they're not private. I mean, it's private. I mean, it's like, I don't think I have a bad night. If you've ever been to Buc-ee's, then you know it is a very gas station. But that first initial experience has gotten so many people hooked now that millions of people are hyping it up online. And I will say, yes, it is a nice gas station, folks. I'm not going to I will say, people mountains express their love. They cannot the fanatics. It is that of a Disney film, right? It's like it does. Buc-ee's are their own freaking Buc-ee buds. We're Buc-ee buds. We're Buc-ee's buddies. Buc-ee's fans are like the Disney adults of gas stations because they make the brand their whole identity and consume every piece of merchandise or product they produce. And this is true. There are people who wear
Damn it.
But several people who it's like, oh, there's no Bucky's drop. You're like, who cares? What? And there's gonna be people who watch this video who are like, you're goddamn right. I'll get any like Shamrock or Christmas tree Bucky shirt imaginable. They're like, grab their giant Stanley Bucky shirt and drink their thing, eat their Bucky's candy, wait in line. There's also a guy too who's like, I'm not gonna name drop this person, but every time I went to Bucky's with this person, he had to take a picture. A grown man, had to take a picture with the mascot who walks around.
Every time?
Every time we went. Every time. And there'd be things where we drove past one because it's very convenient. I mean, like, people are like, I've never had to wait for a gas pump because there's like 700 of them. So it's very convenient. But yeah, every time he's like, go snap a quick pic. Obsessed. I think he tried to mark off like it's ironic.
Everyone's dead. Display now available.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are 38 advanced tips and tricks for Elden Ring Nightreign that are going to make you a much more effective player, going to give you a better understanding of the game, and also going to help you have more success overall against the regular portions of the game and also the Night Lord specifically. Did you know that these boluses that you can find in item crates are some of the most OP things in the game? And I'm not kidding about that. Not only do these passive effects permanently stack, so if you eat a bunch of the poison negating ones, then you're going to have an overall higher poison resistance for the rest of the match, but they also slowly refill HP over time. Now, it's not a lot, granted, but it's at least a little something, and it can be used as a legitimate health item inside of either night boss times or inside of actual Night Lord fights themselves. These are not worthless, and you should pop them immediately if you come across them. Throwing pots are honestly great for the initial start of the game. I feel like when I've been playing more and more, one of the things I get super impatient with is going from level 1 to 2, and killing that initial group of enemies can sometimes feel like it takes too long. So if you can find one of these lightning pots or a fire pot immediately in one of these crates, you can throw it kind of right in the middle and eliminate maybe 4 or 5 of them at once and really speed up that process. Don't underestimate these, and especially in the early game for large groups of weak enemies, these are a godsend. Wild Result is unbelievably powerful, but there's nothing that feels worse in the entire world than fully charging an ult and then whiffing completely. To avoid this, sometimes if you're fighting an enemy that tends to run around a lot, you can only like half charge it, which will not consume all of the ultimate charge you have, but it will obviously not do as much damage. This is incredibly good for enemies that are particularly mobile and some of the Night Lords, but obviously getting a full charge is going to give you more bang for your buck, so you really want to time it when the boss is going to be in front of you, typically after a big attack or something, or you can use it to iframe through a giant Night Lord attack as well and not take any damage. Parrying can be insanely effective for many sword enemies and can absolutely shut down some bosses. Even night 2 nighttime bosses that are pretty intimidating in their own right can be absolutely eviscerated through just a simple parry. Obviously, it will take a little bit of practice getting the time right, but this is especially important on stuff like the Nameless King or even Crucible Knights. This can be amazing. So you might notice that some of the enemies in this game have this purple attack, like it has a very distinct sound effect, and then they most likely try to grab you. There are a lot of enemies in this game that have an attack like this, and basically this works like a Makiri counter in Sekiro. Like, if you are able to roll through and dodge this, not only do you avoid the attack, but it does actually a lot of stance damage to the enemy, pretty much the equivalent of like a fully charged heavy. So with that in mind, if you're kind of mentally keeping track of how much stance you've done to the boss and how likely they are to break soon, you can kind of add one of these Fakiri counter successful dodges as a charged heavy. This has been a lifesaver in certain boss fights, and if you get one of these successfully, then you can afford to be more aggressive and probably go for a stance break. Now keep in mind, obviously, enemies are going to have way more stance numbers in co-op than they will in solo, so they're going to be a little bit easier to put down if you're items seems to charge your ult a minuscule amount. Like, it's not a ton, but it looks like it's just a little bit. So if you need like that literally just sliver on your ultimate gauge, then maybe picking up items. Some effects do stack. There are only a couple of exceptions in the game in which this is not true, but for example, if you're stacking damage negation after successive attacks, you can have 4 weapons of these and you will be an absolute tank. You pretty much have 2 ways to approach this. You can look for a variety of different abilities, or you can really stack all of them. Whichever way you go, you probably can't go wrong, but some of these are genuinely overpowered, and I'm not sure if they're going to get nerfed or not. Make sure to look out for red phantoms that are carrying loot. Not only will they usually give you a ton of really good stuff that could honestly change the game for you, but even if they don't have a ton of things, they typically have equipment with, like, for example, the Duchess or the Wilder's Reef, which adds a little bit of attack power and definitely worth hanging on to. A lot of times I'll find a Wilder and I'll just replace my shield with his just because it's a little bit stronger. It's going to add a little bit more physical damage to me, but it's the exact same thing overall. Just be on the lookout for these. Oftentimes after the first night, you'll get a buff that says flasks gradually restore health. Now, this is good for more experienced players because you don't get that initial burst of health right away, which can be crucial in boss fights sometimes, but this will restore more overall HP. So if you're looking for just pure survivability and pure numbers, this is the way to go. It's one of the best passive buffs in the game, even though it's not immediately useful sometimes, or it's a little bit of a learning curve to get used to. You should and shouldn't use it, but this is definitely one to look out for as well. Remember that not only can you buy relics over at the shop in the Round Table Hold, but you can also sell them. The menu to do so is kind of hidden. You need to go to the relic table and then scroll through the characters, and the very last option is going to be to sell, and you can just select these and trade them off for merc. You can use these to either gamble for more relics, or you can use this to buy different character skins and appearances. This next one's pretty interesting, especially for executioner mains. The parry stance for the executioner is actually considered walking speed. So what that means is that there are hundreds of buffs in the game that will do something while you're walking. For example, one of them sprays Madness Flame as you walk. Now, because the Executioner's parry stance counts as that, you can not only be in parry, but you can also have that passive effect going, which is a really consistent way to use this. It's kind of made for this character. If you hunt down your opponent in rage, you can get the legendary Cheshire Cat. Ask me. Another one is, if you're playing Revenant, don't. No, I'm just kidding. What I was actually going to say is, if you're playing Revenant, it's really worth spending all of your resources upgrading your starting weapon and not really going after anything else. In my opinion, I think her primary, like what you spawn in with, is the thing that needs to be upgraded, and other weapons just don't really do well with Revenant in particular. Other than that, or you can, just switch characters. You can rush down caves if you need to particularly get a smithing stone. Now, there are a couple of other ways to acquire this we'll talk about later, but caves, you don't need to necessarily take your time to kill every single enemy here. If you just want a smithing stone, all you need to do is head out to the cave where you're typically either going to encounter a well knight or someone who's be easy to kill. Then you go down there and charge well, you will be in and out, and 30 seconds. And I don't typically recommend caves only unless you specifically need the smithing stone. In rare cases you do, then this is a good idea. Make sure to check the merchant's weapon stock as well. A lot of people go here to get wending braces or supplies. They go to things in the house for extra item slots or something. But very rarely they can actually go to the merchant stock and they might see they have a weapon that is the particular element like you need for a boss lord exploit, or just not something that you buy weapons in general. So mostly on the merchants, I'm really kind of double checking them recently instead of just weapons. The merchants can low-key save your life. The Royal Covenant is honestly one of the most troublesome enemies in this game. I mean, I know Elden Ring players already know that, but if you've played Nightreign, he's just as much of a menace here. Now, the thing is, you can easily demolish these if you have any kind of healing spell. Using that in the vicinity of him will basically completely stun him, and this is probably the most effective way to deal with them, because otherwise they can be a run-in. If you're running around crates, you can instantly activate ground items by holding the activate button on your D-pad and then also pressing triangle or Y or whatever your use button is. These require you to not pick them up and drop them. You can just use them off the ground immediately, which is a really nice quality of life feature. In addition to stacking weapons because of their passive effects, I've also gotten in the habit of stacking different kinds of status ailments and different elemental types, just in case I need to be prepared for whatever I run into. So, for example, I might carry a holy weapon, I might carry a different bleed weapon, and then something with poison or scarlet rot, just in case I need to, proc something on a boss that's particularly resistant to that. Basically, you want to be as versatile as possible, because you never really know quite what the game is going to throw at you. This is important, especially in the early game, but as it gets later and later, and as you approach the Night Lord, it's important to take that and then kind of catalyze it into one very specific kind of strong build. Also, don't forget to look out for these rune acquisition boosters along the ground. These are really great for just killing maybe some couple enemies you have laying around, or it boosted for about a minute or so, and there are multiple of these, so you can boost, kill enemies, then boost again, and try to kill more. This is good for while you're traveling, maybe to the next zone or something as the circle's coming in. Know when to use your ults. I typically like to use them early in a boss fight if I'm fighting against like a nighttime boss. If I know I'm going to have enough time to get it back, so I'll typically open with an ult to get a quick like stance break and then maybe a critical, and then I'll spend the rest of the fight, especially if it's a long one, trying to get that back, and usually you can be successful at that. However, sometimes you want to use it when you are necessarily trying to like iframe through a boss's strong move or something like that, but typically I like to pop them early if I think I'm going to have enough time to be able to get one back. Co-op players, make sure to punish bosses during critical windows. Like obviously in other Souls games, while you're doing some critical attack on a boss, they're invulnerable otherwise to more damage, but your teammates can still hit them for more damage as they're in this window. And what's even more interesting is that different characters have different critical windows. So, for example, the Executioner has one of the longest critical windows ever, meaning it's not critical solo because it takes some time, but it's amazing for because it gives your teammates more time to finish the boss. So if you're in a Night Lord fight, for example, and the boss gets staggered, make sure the Executioner on your team goes for the critical hit, because you're going to get a little bit of extra time to finish the boss, which sometimes is the difference between a win and a loss. Duchess is genuinely OP for reviving allies. Not only does she have a ton of iframes on her ult startup, but the invisibility lasts until you hit another enemy or after the timer runs out. But unless you hit somebody, you're going to be invisible for quite a long time, and even like the most brutal revive, like all of the 3 bars, a Duchess can still get through that and have enough time, even in a Night Lord fight usually. So I would say that if you like to be a medic, or that's something that you need in your team, then a Duchess that knows what they're doing is probably going to be the best one of them. So if you need a Smithing Stone 2, or one of the purple ones that are typically found in cave rewards, but you don't have time to go in a cave, if you see one of these storefront merchants with this icon on the map, like not all of the merchants are marked like this, but these ones specifically travel around a little bit, and they are in randomized locations. But if you see one of these guys sell a purple Smithing Stone, so if you want to upgrade your weapon right here without going in a cave, this is a neat way to do so. Look out for fire encampments, because they're either called Blood Main Knights, or what you ideally want are these flame chariots, and please make sure that you hit them the way that they're supposed to be. I still see so many people trying to just fight these head on and not having a good time. You're supposed to jump on top of these and get a critical, and you can absolutely annihilate them if you're just being quick about it. You don't even need to jump all the way from the back. You just need to get to the top of the head and then press your attack button at the apex of your jump. Matter of fact, you can even do it coming out of a spirit stream jump, which is insane, but it's a really fun way to take care of these, and you can eviscerate one of these encampments in like maybe 30 seconds if you're being quick. Now, as the circle is closing in, I think this is one of the most important things when it comes to your run. I like to really try to make sure that I'm picking up scrap time, and that's essentially the time in between while the circle's closing and when I need to get to the safe white tree. I like to try to kill as many small enemies as I can along the way, or even just maybe picking up a couple of small enemies at ruins or encampments and stuff like that. Not trying to clear the whole thing, but killing as many as I can. Scrap time is really important for getting that small amount of runes you might need to grace or to, maybe purchase another kind of material. We're going to see how many $125 first lot of the day. We're trying to take home this house permanent. That's one thing. Love it. I call it scrap time because it's not enough time to kill a major boss or anything, but it's an amount of time that you still don't want to sit around and do nothing. Scrap time can honestly be the deciding factor for games, even though it might not seem like it. Now, this is going to sound silly, but I promise, this is something that some people legitimately need to hear. A lot of people are like, well, I would love to know how much time there is before the circle closes. Really, in order to do that, you just need to look at the sky. When it becomes nighttime, the circle is about to close. I know that sounds really silly, but you can approximately give yourself about 15 minutes from the start of each day until the circle starts closing again. That's typically how it goes. But you can kind of give yourself a rough estimate just looking at the time of day visually in the sky. Once you're around level 9 or 10, this is appropriate to probably start fighting enemies in the castle because they give a stupid amount of runes. If you can kill the Crucible Knights or the Banished Knights and the Elder Lion or whatever you have spawned here, it gives a dummy amount of runes. This should only be taken on when you're prepping for end game material, so make sure you're going at the right time. But typically at the end of the second night or nearing its end is when I like to go for the castle, but this can give you some of the best confidence in the game and is definitely where the highest rewards are going to be found. Make sure to use your FP sparingly because you only get it back when you either touch Site of Grace or really defeat a boss, and that's pretty much it. So in case you're using a lot of FP, make sure to stack up on those effects that restore it per head. There's a lot of weapons that do that, and for more spell-based builds, like maybe for Duchess or Blues, this is genuinely necessary to have. Going for the Churches of America, even if the circle's closing, I tend to be more aggressive when it comes to these. I will actually push into the rain to go and get one, because not only will you get another flask charge, but you'll also, once you touch that, you'll get all of your health restored. And typically, it's enough to get back in the safe zone before you're, dead. So this is a good way to get it, and especially if there's any graces along the way, it will top off your health and give you more flasks back. So don't be too afraid to be in the rain. If you need to be aggressive and get another flask for your charge, this is a good way to stay alive on. If you see any Silver Phantom characters in the game, make sure to interact with them. It looks like they're, other NPCs, but they will replenish each other's ults, and this is a really good thing to do either for a boss fight or some kind of major encounter. This can be a really clever thing to do. It's kind of like the Red Phantoms giving you loot, but for your ult instead. It's really nice. Every character in the game has a different dodge distance and also different perk boxes depending on their height. Recluse has the highest dodge distance in the game, meaning if you are fighting against a Night Lord that requires you to be mobile around a lot, specifically there are a few that I'm thinking of, then Recluse or even something like Duchess can be a good idea. Another really crucial tip is to work on field bosses during scrap time as the circle is closing and then come back to them later. For example, if you're running in this lake and you come across one, I'm going to try to get a couple of hits on this mini boss and then go to the safe zone once the rain clears begin. And then as soon as I beat the night boss and then come back, I'm going to defeat that field boss that will already have its health depleted, right? It's not going to restore even at night, so you can kind of work on it before you need to go do something else and then come back later, making the job easier. So it's just another really good way to maximize your time. You might notice some of these regular statues around the map, and they'll have this shiny on the cracks. These actually contain loot in them, and they can be broken by either using a big boss's right? If they hit it, it typically should break, or you can break it much easier in the band with the Raider's Vault. The loot is usually okay, it's typically not anything insane, but if you break it two-witted demons, these gremlins that offer to make a deal. Now, typically, if you get demon first, it will reduce some of your health, and you need to actually go to the statue and either give it runes or kill it. Even if it's not cursed yet, I always end up wanting to kill this thing because it not only gives you a lot of runes for defeating it, it can be a challenging enemy, but you also get a full talisman for doing so. It's also just good boss practice if you're going to be fighting people later on, so I would definitely recommend this, but destroying this is going to be a very good way to get some decent like in-game rules. Combat tip is that I would get used to swapping stances and combat abilities during combat. So, for example, if you're playing Wild, it's pretty good for that. If you're not going to be able to do that, and you just want as much maximum sword damage as possible, two camera weapons will get the little damage that this game. If your weapon doesn't do that much damage, and in fact, there are certain weapons where the swing animation is
fucking stupid storm, bro.
Difference in most cases, but it's something that just get comfortable with. Make sure to do the shifting rates when you come across them. These are ancient threats as you can, but these typically contain insane very different things associated with each area, and they are going out rewards and just taking the death and then this will provide you automatically and then build up the rest of it for seconds. This is basically and instead of class just die, so you wait to so this is a lucky getting it for men. And then 5-1 just so
insane, what? Yeah, big doggy. This is working with these zones and the natural progression of how the circle closes in and out, and then picking up as much scrap time during both the first and second night. If you're able to do that effectively, you'll know when you feel like you have like an optimized run. And every move is deliberate. Bosses quickly. Generally, you want to work from the outside of the map and slowly push inwards as the circle ends up closing, and eventually, it's typically somewhere in the middle of the side, but normally you should be able to bosses right, or at least completely shifting raids. And by that point, if you actually manage that, you'll have no problem with beating Night Lords. Now, when it comes to certain Night Lord bosses, be sure to be able to look out for the boss's elemental stun. Is a unique sound effect that is somewhat different from the actual like stagger sound. If you don't have a weapon that matches the boss's elemental type in your primary hand, I typically like to have just the elemental in my front hand so that I can exploit that.
by simply sprinting away. Or if you're wild, you can use your grapple to definitely make some distance and gaps and just completely clear out some moves, because there are a lot of areas that fights that will pretty much one-shot you. So using sprint these tips that we've learned from all of these gameplay. I've solo players, I've worked at this point, and I've got a lot of experience and two guys a lot of my results in content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll follow you along the way, and see you in the next one.
Dead ass one.
One hit, bro.
Okay, wait, I kind of understand it. Like, Elf, Barry, Spawn.
You dead. Very simple shit, kind of.
I'm picking this shit up.
You can like pull that.
Joe, do you know this game's about a soulmate? Yeah, dude, this guy just spawned right on top of me. Oh, my ally. Yeah.
Or, you know,
I'm almost dead.
what's the level when you die?
That
I just died.
Wait, so I have to beat this boss to even play with these guys? It's
Wait a second, how do I throw this pot? Oh. Fuck.
ultimate architectural. Like, what did I just do? I know I'm gonna start patching down in my chat. I feel the fucking rage building inside.
What the hell?
And absolutely, did it just pick me? Bro, I just died. I just died, and now it's different story.
That's where I'm at too, yeah.
Oh, did you kill it?
I think it's the two deaths. No, I think it's the two deaths.
Oh, you died to so scrap it.
Yeah. They're pretty far, man. They're like 1/3.
We're weak.
Fucked up.
Destroy all itself.
There's a lot in this game, Joe. How can I usually heal myself? I swear. Right.
Alright, nice. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, you could hit like 3 times. That left stick sprint.
Now, heavy rains are carrying the region, threatening to wash away its very history.
Come on, buddy.
What's the name?
I hit it down.
I called this rest.
I need to hear the lore.
As much as those between the ocean and ocean. And there are those who would fight back.
No fall damage, eh?
I got him, my nightmare.
Pulled together by happenstance, their commonalities, their fear, shared sense, together, they bound their will to cross the endless night and fight on. To finish their away. Alas, continue drawing the thoughts of us.
Alright, good trophy. Someone else pick something up that's good.
Is that a dead cow? He alive. His fingers.
Once again to take.
So is Nightreign like Lonnie's ending?
Y'all know the lore about this game. I know who the fuck she is.
The void of your formless monster. You were chosen for your potential to vanquish the night. The night lord is a living cataclysm, bent on laying waste to the very metal of the beast. This will is all work.
Yeah.
Roundtable Hold is an access for launching expeditions to tropical lands between the Great Side of Grace, change characters, conduct relic rites, and otherwise prepare for expeditions. Use the Roundtable Hold menu to travel directly to a facility of interest.
YouTube Premium is ad-free too. And exclusive access to all things VIP. Are you consider fan? YouTube Premium. It's way more than ad-free. Try 1 month on us.
So this is where I fucking post up to do other shit.
This is a hidden refuge. A place that I will meet.
And this is where Zeusy can invite me and we can play the fucking game. What is this shit out here? Let me join this game. And, by the way, Joe, in order to use your ability, either to wield a weapon, hold Y and RB, and press LT, or have a weapon in your left hand to use your ability, you have to hold Y and press LT or RT for each different ability. Do you realize how that makes no fucking sense, what you just said? Do you realize how complicated that sounds to somebody that's never played this game? You just rambled fucking gibberish into my brain right now, and you're like, yeah, it should make perfect sense. By the way, in order to you have to wield an ability, hold Y and RB, press LT, or you have to weapon in your left hand, use your ability, you have to hold Y and press LT or RT to different abilities. Each character has a different ability. Cooldown for weapon abilities don't. Keep up and dive back down to laser active area. Yo, this bird guy's back.
But do I talk to the bird guy to play?
Alright, chat, what are the YouTubers saying? What are the YouTubers saying? What characters from this Ian is
Okay. Guys, we had a meta class, guys.
I need to get a meta class.
Yeah, press the now you teleport to button.
I'm in expert.
Go to the table in the middle.
Oh, I see it. Alright, Joe, ready up. Let's get it going.
I didn't know what character I was playing.
I didn't get
Well,
any
man.
exercise. Log on, so we gotta learn how to play. What?
Oh, you're Executor. I can't go to the same character.
What do you know?
What the fuck did I doing? Oh my god.
Are you Executor?
I'm cool with this bronze.
Yeah, you're Executor. Go to Big Bird.
Alright, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm a
Big bird. Susie, shut the fuck up.
Wait, I need to go to the sparring ground and finish my ability.
The big bird guy.
My guy's slow as fuck. I be jogging and shit. LB, L plus B, plus guarding.
That's we're gonna get the sound bird. We gotta get the real big bird. You'll actually get the people out of it. We gotta understand.
Oh, that was action.
Shut the JP.
Shut up, boy.
With JP.
Nice.
What character?
Maybe we upgrade that power. The power seems to suck.
Give me infinite launch. Alright, whatever, I'm ready. How do I ready?
Go to the exhibition. What's the bird do? You know what's it called?
Dragon Draw.
Wait, no. This bird doesn't bird doesn't go well.
Wait, what's the other? So I hit the next attack with everything.
Yeah.
I hit one.
Oh, we gotta beat him.
Are you guys ready? You guys ready for yourself?
Oh my god, the point of terror.
I should try one.
Whoa. That's new. That's definitely new. I gotta hold it in longer, probably. Why does he love me so much? Get his ass. Let's fucking go!
Roll that one and block it up, or LB block it, but it's just gonna take a little bit more.
No, look, my LB is massive.
Oh, press hold Y, press that one.
Yeah, what's that?
Let's fucking go.
Level up. Level up.
Should be able to do like that with it.
Stuff that shit in half. swinging an invisible man right now.
Can't upgrade shit.
We can do what we do, but I think
What's
it's
the benefit of? Yo, let's go fuck these guys up that are limping. Let's punch them while they're down.
Let's go beat their asses. Oh, that's so goofy. Oh, wait, okay. You're so goofy, bro. Goofy ass bird. Oh, it's so goofy.
Yeah. Player short as shit.
Yeah. I'm big as fuck.
That's why my guy's bigger than you.
Yeah, he's still solid. Die though.
Keep looking for messages, but it's not. I don't remember. It was on their body's name.
That's a network.
Yeah. Teammates as big as the boss. Yeah.
that storm, bro. Oh.
I think I'll
Up there, bro. That's not.
Yep.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
No way. Wait, how's he alive?
It makes
Let's go. I got carried.
What's that stuff? Chasing vengeful spirits.
You guys see the little dudes just fucking fuck them up? So they get more ruins and shit. Yeah, fuck up those
Don't worry, I'm coming back. Yeah, don't worry, I'm coming in. I'll save you.
summon vengeful spirit?
And I can't tab out. You gotta let me know when it's that tab. Then it'll lag and you'll have a freak out.
You're like,
Oh, so you're lagging. You're lagging. You're lagging.
damn, you guys are fucking dogging them. Oh my god, we got it.
The night has been vanquished. After an age of struggle. This is a fine achievement for which I am grateful. Indeed, a promising first step. However, the Night Lord yet lives. There are others. Too many, I am afraid. It is not yet clear what that beast left it, and I believe with traces enough, the path will begin to resemble. As such, our purpose stay the path and vanquish our foe.
Like Sonic.
What is it? I will do my utmost. When you first awoke, I did not believe you had any recollection, but we have fought together countless times. Do not be afraid. Remember well that above all else, we are allies. It is good to have you once again. What is it? This message is for you. You will hear it often. Seekers of redemption. On the third night, this land will fall. Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord. That is all. What is it?
Wow.
How are you finding? I pray that you will be... How can I help? How are you find? I pray.
Here's 5 tips to make it completely over. Grace, but you already used the class. After a full minute, you'll automatically get that class back. Another way delivering Nightreign tip is if you're not near Sense of Grace, but you already used the class. After a full minute, you'll automatically get that class back. Another way delivering Nightreign tip is if you're not near Sense of Grace, but you already used the class. After a full minute, you'll automatically get that class back. Another way delivering Nightreign tip is if you're not near Sense of Grace, but you already used the class.
Fuck you. Oh. Oh.
This monument stands testament to a series long ago. Sacred rituals were held in the name of Grin, god of war. Conquerors of neighboring seas were gathered to fight in contests of strength, with the potential to discover a truly worthy opponent. As you can see, this stone records the history of what transpired. The monument simply that was the starting I can't believe it. But to participate in a battle to prove the tourney of the lands between the electricity. As I mentioned, the tourney, a contest of strength from a field, as you might surmise, The monument will reveal the fact once you feel...
There's like 700 of them. So it's very convenient, but yeah, every time it's like,
Congratulations on your victory. But oh, what's that you have? Well, I think for now, why don't you touch the monument again? A worthy... It won't reveal to you perhaps the other battles are yet. I suppose all you can do is...
I've got high hopes for you. With your physique, no run-of-the-mill, but don't think it'll be the same. You'd best go in prepared. Don't expect your... You'd best go in prepared. Don't expect your next match to be the same. You'd best go in...
Thank you. Trying to escape from the encroachment of the night, I awoke. Checking my joints, I traced my way through clouded memories. But where was I? And why did the air smell of must and mold? I needed to know what was going on. That is where I decided to begin. Nice, buddy. I don't mind that.
Good to see you. Every one of you who has risen to challenge the Night Lord is most deserving of that. We are all equal at the round table. It is... do understand. But I hope that won't be the case. Yes, I too am a... Some might consider you, on the other hand. Yes, I too am... Some might consider my care unseemly. You, on the other hand.
A doll, huh?
Yes, I too... Some might...
I know about a doll.
Yes, I too... Some might... You...
Bloodborne.
I can wait. What if my sword... I was right. I can't wait. I can wait. What if my sword arm rusts? Don't be intimidated by the monster. There isn't one of them who won't go down with a I can wait. What if my... Oh, the glorious... That's what I love about this place. I can... What if my... I was right. I can't wait to jump in.
Have a walk. This is your new home. I hope you... What is it? You must have many questions. Well, it's simple and perhaps you don't remember. All your talk of getting revenge upon the Night Lord, how you would hardly grounds for a battle. This might seem all too much right now. This might seem all too much. This might...
Make it quick. Are these many perhaps they'll do us a Make it quick. If there's more work as ever...
How you feel? There are some who are your intent, and I'm honored. That said, I could give you a job. I may be old-fashioned. Will you hear my... Without delay, I want you to retrieve a weapon wielded by their fierceness is compound, but with a proper... It needn't be a perfect specimen. I leave it in your hands.
This might seem... This might seem...
Fuck you. Stop spamming my screen. This feels a lot like the Black Ops open world thing. I miss that shit. That shit was so fun. Might play that again.
Like either get up, specialty, like Post Malone has a Toasties meal or whatever. So at every station, Post Malone was named after Keith. Play in the parking lot. There's so many people there.
That got me. What the fuck? His edited Hunter to be old. Yo. What's happening? How do my buddies come back? At the charge? Fuck. Fuck. Fuck this, bro. Never went to this fucking place.
I mean, like, I guess.
know what that does. Pussy. did I do? Did it make me summon these guys or something? Like, what did I gotta look up what that power does. Yeah, fuck ice. Yep. 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 Fuck ice. Fuck. What? I get these in the Elden Ring. That's a good weapon. Boss. Bro. guy's big, damn. Seems good. What constitutes me being able to summon someone that I just do? Like that guy. So good. I have one of them. But maybe I don't. Horse. Enchanted. Magic. Make my summon stronger or something? I don't even know. go. It's like money. Low level, that's okay, maybe. All the way. Bro, it was so good. That sucks, dude. I'll be right back.
Those are definitely a two-piece smell.
Points that may or may not have existed are now removed. So it's kind of Schrodinger's points at this point. The dining room connected. There's a staircase that led down to like the lower level, the tri-level. Then past that, there was a staircase that led up to the upstairs, where there were 2 bedrooms, bathroom, whatever. So my grandparents always hosted holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. We'd come together, and it'd be like anywhere from like 20, 30, maybe even 40 people in their house for these events. It wasn't like a huge house, so it was kind of compact. Typically, the adults hang out on the main floor, kids hang out downstairs. All of this is relevant because in Detroit, we were at a holiday get-together, and the kids were hanging out downstairs.